Hello. A happy Wednesday to you all. Thank you for joining us. Hope y'all are having a wonderful evening. Howdy, Elpison. Happy Saturnalia. Hi, disembodied panda voice. It's me. I'm the disembodied voice.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. All right. We're just about ready to get into some Disco Elysium. But first, I think we start with some warm-ups. Because we can. Hello. I am no longer disembodied. I am embodied. Yes, you are correct. In that Saturnalia was asking for good vibes. Wow. Was not expecting Ulpison to be so horny for the panda. Oh, we've got 8 letters today. Show hints. Multiple hints on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 3 separate hints. Maybe 4. I don't remember if they give you all of the letters via the show letter button. Look at that body. That is a very elongated version of the panda that was how Joe decided to depict me. I'm much stockier in reality. But I needed knees to to skank, unfortunately. Okay. So, can't stand around bomb site and be indecisive. I mean, look at that body. So, we've got a few possible definitions here. Can't stand comes to mind. Indecisive or be indecisive. Bedbound? I can't sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. I wouldn't imagine it would be bedbound. I think that's not really. You would normally hear bedridden, I think. Stand around bomb site. What is there a word for a bomb site? Swedish said bedbound a lot. Okay, fair enough. I've been ridden in a bed, Ohio. You are in rare form today, Ulpison. Oh boy, okay. Be indecisive. I'm seeing this around. And I'm wondering if it's on either side, like letters on either side of something here. So to say, you know, you have like the word bomb, and then you have like, you know, sit around bomb or something like that. Obviously that's not it, but something to that effect. Let's see. If you can't stand, could be ground zero. There's not enough letters to fit that in, so we would have to somehow strike that down. I'm really going back and forth on what the definition could possibly be. There's a chance that the word "and" is like an indicator for like the letter N or something, because "and" is frequently shortened to just N. Would you say you're being indecisive? I would say that. I would go so far as to say that. Would anyone go so far as to even look like, or whatever the fuck? Can't stand. Could be like LAME? Around something? It's kind of an outdated word. You don't really like to see it, but it does mean that. Repulsion, yes, also, yeah. Hate, to hate. I'm gonna ask for a... Ooh, okay. So it seems like they've finally implemented more specific hints. They've been saying that they're going to do this for a while, and now it seems like they finally have.
Howdy, partner.
I don't know. Howdy, Frog. I don't know what indicator is referring to here. Yeah, I'm thinking that the definition is the most useful, for sure. That was what I was going for. Clue's definition is be indecisive. Indicator is the thing that explains how you get the word. Well, wouldn't that also be the fodder? Hang on. Let's Fodder is a strange combination of words and letters. Is often a sign of wordplay fodder. You need to use these letters. What do you have an indicator? An explanation of what an indicator is? Ah, okay. So words like around or something like that. Yes, okay. So like around is assuming that I am correct in my assumption. Around is an indicator that words that are fodder are going to have a certain thing done to them. So to be indecisive. Hesitate. Oh, you're right, because it hate. He sit ate. You bomb sight. Bomb is an indicator that you are going to jumble the letters in sight. And but can't stand around that, I think is the idea. What does this and do? Can't stand, hate, around, bomb site, and. What is this and? He sit on my bomb till I ate? It is definitely hesitate. Tell me what's going on, my man, please.
Today's cryptic crossword clue is can't stand around bomb site and be indecisive. And I think the best place to start with this clue is in the middle. It's very often in the middle is the best place to start because it's very likely to be wordplay. And right in the middle of this clue, we have bomb site, and bomb is an anagram indicator. If we were to bomb the word site, we would seriously disrupt that word. Its letters would fly around, they'd land in a different order, and that gives us 4 letters for our 8-letter answer. And then once we've got that, we kind of know what direction to head in with the wordplay, because to the left of bomb site is the word around, suggesting we take some words on the other side of that and put them around an anagrammed site. So just by starting in the middle, we're kind of guided in the right direction to identify the first half of the.
To be fair, I had no idea about bomb meaning anagram. Might be that I don't do enough puzzles. Yeah, it really is sort of an obtuse one. I mean, that's not one that you will see very often. It is just it's just the sort of shit that they do. It's like it's less knowing which words do the things and more knowing what a word that does a thing might look like. So yeah, that it's the general idea as opposed to the individual words.
Clue as wordplay, and probably the end of the clue as the definition. Well, what's going to go around our anagrammed site? It's going to be can't stand, and those are words that maybe we wouldn't have identified as having their own meaning, but now that we see them
Salute
on
the
their
general
own,
idea. True.
Wonder if we can find a 4-letter synonym for can't stand, and if you can't stand something, you could say that you hate it. And if we put the word hate around an anagrammed site, we can get the word hesitate, another word for being indecisive.
Okay, so you just throw the end away. Okay. I see how it is. Anybody complaining about this? No. Okay. Whatever. Moving on. We got it. From unleavened to bread. Change a trigram to a D. That'll be unleaded. To get a word related to cars. One-time app. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Substance is often unleaded as gasoline. Do. Less refined, more efficient? Is that... No. 6 letters. It's not kerosene. It's not ethanol. It's not oil. Unless you're looking for petrol. No. Okay. Historically popular song. I don't know about that. Food also known as gasoline? Less refined, more efficient alternative to gasoline. Diesel! First name of actor Diesel is Vin. Certainly it's Johnny Gasoline, of course. Vine is a one-time app. It used to be an app. Fruit found on a vine, as you may have heard, is a grape. Heard it through the grapevine. Grace is a female name. Amazing Grace is a historically popular song. Amaze is the second syllable of amazing, and it is puzzling. Food, also known as maize, is corn, or excuse me, maize, which is also known as corn. And then corn bread. There we go. Perfect. Cornbread is delicious, true. All right. Warm-ups achieved. It is time for disco. Okay, we should be all good. All right. So, last time we played, we had talked to the scabs. We got a little tiny bit of money. And we were about to go talk to Measurehead about the strike, I think. I think that's the idea. So yeah, let's go have a chat with him.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
I like that he's visible in her portrait. That's very good. Yeah, I'll size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle.
Racial.
Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? Just to humor you for a moment.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
Al-Ghul.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in
Hello,
my
Zoe!
company sick.
You came just in time to come meet the phrenologist. Be calm, ham sandwich actually helped me be calmer. I just drink a little on the weekends. So much world building in his advanced racism, true. Is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's not good. Your body betrays your degeneracy is the only acceptable cat call. Oh, the Yakubians. Fuck, I forgot about the Yakubians.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
I need you to open the door to the harbor. I'm not gonna entertain your using my alcoholism against me to make a moral statement about my being.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Okay, for a second I thought that I was just a ham sandwich because I'm a cop, but evidently not.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there, you're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
The idea of him going to list off things that my race has given to improve the world, and he starts with eugenics. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Oh Lord.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers.
Inexplicably
Now
potato
your
obsessed.
ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I mean, he's got me there. What have the Romans ever done for us?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Oh, man. I certainly don't want to push this man out of the way. That seems like a bad idea. And I don't want to tell him that he's right. I am a cop. Yeah, yeah, but I'm a sorry cop.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street.
Boogie Street?
We will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
I happen to appreciate those odes to homosexuality.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. We could internalize Meshenet's race theory.
I don't want to.
He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Why do I have to become an advanced racist? Oh, man. Know anything about this mug? No, my conceptualization is high. No, I don't want to subscribe to it. Fuck off. Oh, man. Terrible. Yeah, I guess.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs.
Just knock him out?
much deeper than that.
Have you seen my stats? My physical instrument is 2. Skill issue, true. There are levels, it's like pre-cal. I mean, this guy is clearly an advanced racist. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Communism is pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Everywhere around you, the fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
I got a disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Who are the
The
Seminoles?
South Island race. Haplogroup R4.
This doesn't mean anything.
We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams.
Genetic dreams.
I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
Understood.
Good.
Kim, what do you think about
I
this?
think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
The video game rule of threes.
That will be the...
I'll be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
So, this represents a really frustrating point in the game for me. As, you know, thus far as I have been approaching it. But one that makes sense. Because I am spec'd for mostly intellectual pursuits and a little bit of, social manipulation. You can't outsmart racism. It's like, he's not going to stop being racist because you were smart at him enough. It's like, yeah, obviously. It makes a lot of sense. And yeah, that's probably not happening. Mostly intellectual pursuits and a bit of social manipulation is what they called me in high school. Ayo. I'll show him the mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Frustration is part of the point. Yeah. Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Okay. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenology grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be...
Hypothetically. Your earlobes are too big. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Damn it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not doing that. We'll leave for
We
now.
need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
This case wanders over to over the Whirling's roof to the yard. All right. Well, Cam, do you have anything to say? No. Seemingly not. This is the door that is locked. There's some stuff on the roof here. Does Manana have anything more to say?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some of it? I need to know what's behind these gates I'm exploring.
Friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Uh-huh.
If it's so simple, why did the scout leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
I think I met him.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite
Don't
difficult.
worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation,
Uh-huh.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
In Sweden, we have a right to roam law. If you set up a tent and go camping on someone's private property and everything, and as long as you're not disturbing anything, I mean, yeah. If you've got enough property that someone can like camp on your property and not bother you at all, I mean, kind of like what the fuck matters, right? That's kind of based. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Being in the view account of someone's... Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah. You know. It has to be a pretty large property to... You know. But. Anyway. Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
Measurehead thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
I'm pretty sure we don't. At least not all of these
I
things.
get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
Uh-huh.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Is that not just submitting to his worldview? Is there a different line of questioning for that?
Your race descent has only worsened.
No,
since
okay.
the last.
Yeah, I was thinking so. He seemed to, Manana seems to present it as like an alternate option though, which is odd. It feels like I should be able to just hop over this, but evidently I'm not. Maybe I can. I know that Kim looked over at the roof of the Whirling in Rags. I don't know if I can get up to the roof via the inside. Yeah, it seems like this is just another room.
The door is closed.
No. There is, of course, the balcony. I don't think there was like a ladder or anything up here. No. I do remember there was like a pallet in the back that I... What is that? Empty cassette case. What are you? Okay. Just junk, maybe? Oh, surely there's tear in here for me to collect. No? Okay, you count. Some measly pennies. Find it interesting that this bottle doesn't count. Let's see, where is pile of Eternite? I need perception to go after that. Of which I have a little bit. Yeah, I have 3. But I really need to get that further up before I could properly do that.
Can I help you?
Oh yeah.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Yeah, that would be odd.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Another thing. Great. Yes.
No. Okay, cool. We could talk to Kuno about that. It was presented as that's probably not useful. Oh, we can go into the kitchen now. Oop, hello. Soft perp and electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Yes, let us stretch. Stretch. Stretchy time. Smell of chemicals and pine trees. Stretch Alex Strong. Wife beaters make you better at punching races. Ironic. Spices, alcohol, and tomato. I mean, okay.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Hello.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Surely not your name.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Yeah, I won't. Hello, sir. Got a time for a few questions.
Man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his leg up against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I guess I don't have anything else for you. Stay masculine.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Blue.
You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Blue is for mystery, just like our clothes.
Gender fluid.
Gender fluid.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
Hey.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The door does not budge.
Okay. Hello, Gout. You've never gotten through that door?
You.
No clue what's on the other side. Interesting.
Another thing.
There's a
Great.
mysterious blue
I
steel
love
door in the
doors.
back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Yeah, but what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Okay.
Yes?
All right. Find a way into the secret passage. Open locked containers. I don't imagine that door counts as container. I could try it, I suppose.
You see a heavy, the cobalt blue surface feels right. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay. Well, we'll come back. Talk to Kuno. I know that there's still a whole bunch of stuff to explore over in like the northwest over here. Yeah, so this pile of Eternite I can't do anything with just right
An
yet.
inconspicuous pile of the roof.
Although it's clearly leading into something, blocking a door. Can't go up there. How does one get onto the roof?
Fuck does Kuno care?
I have more questions about the... okay. Have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Need to know. Could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Ask you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
All right, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch.
Performance crotch.
Survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
Plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
I already have pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Adequate depiction of a South Samaritan. Jesus Christ. Quaint, better not taken out of its historical context. Racist mug.
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
Uh-huh.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Someone has tampered with the crime scene and cleaned up some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Okay. Do we have... What's, Oh, I finished volumetric chip compressor. I see. Or no, I already did that. This is finished. Okay. I wish we got the Kuno spinoff. Yeah. Presumably I have to wait until this conversation is over. But yeah. Ever climb the ladder?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that the ladder is unclimbable.
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Used to?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
His eyes get a little watery. Yes.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Okay.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
Yeah, I should ask her about that.
It seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
All right, Easter night.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
Left-handed? What? Don't I have a single normal thing to say? So you say, but I saw past the veil.
Fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Say one of these bizarre or unhinged things or fuck off.
Yeah, whatever.
All
Kuno
right.
doesn't give a shit.
I'll,
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
All right.
Lonesome, long way home.
Here we go. Ooh.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past
What a cool
Station
graphic.
41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Bajanjo Kazumbi, please.
I can give you a Bajanjo Kazumbi. All right, what are our bonuses? Learning Cat for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1. Psyche. Okay. So Psyche is my mental health points. So speed is also contributing to that. So that's good. Anything? Ask the gardener. Yes. Okay. We can go and speed isn't the drug. Oh, I see. I wasn't aware that.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Eternite.
Ah, +2 because Inland Empire said come back. Neat.
Because it's nice and orderly.
Are you kidding me?
Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. It reveals no secrets at this time.
Fuck. All right, we'll come back when we have more perception. God damn it. I'm so close. So I am going to immediately dump my skill point into perception. He is broken in half. Yeah. Now your perception cap is super high? Yeah. It was... Oh yeah, I guess it wasn't very high before. That's good.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
What is this fuck the police business? It'd be rough if you maxed out perception and then you could never unlock the white checks again. For sure, for sure. Yeah, what have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Disingenuous grandma. Visual calculus. Squint your eyes and look at her intently.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
The traffic jam.
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
You by any chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yes.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
New skill point.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Gotta run. All right. Perceive. Back to the pile of Eternite. Surely we gotta make it this time. Surely this has got to be enough.
An inconspicuous pile.
83%.
Material, Eternite. Because
Thank
there's a
fuck.
secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite.
I only made
That's
even.
why they're too orderly.
Pull him aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
All right.
What is this, then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
There's a dead pig. That bodes well. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Someone is taking narcotics here. Maybe perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not.
Mm.
This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Let's go. I will not be picking... Well, I don't have a choice, evidently. I will not be picking up the amphetamine. I will be picking up this 40 cents, however. Ka-ching. Empty tube of magnesolum magnesium supplement. My coat! You're a cop, you probably should pick it up even if you have no intention of using it, especially with kids around. Apparently it's a below my pay grade. I mean... Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. A bucket! Postcard Grand Courant 37. Postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock corridor. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophe, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infested slum. Oh, God. Okay, that's the dead end here. But there's... Okay, this path is sort of wonky. No Safed. Well, we got some roof money, which is nice. Got $2 whole.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Someone.
When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a Topps cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
True.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Yeah, I need to take off my pants first.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. All right, yeah, let me take my pants off real quick. Yeah, take off the pants and the shoes. Yeah, you can hang out.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
I mean, it's a white check.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows
God damn
what
it.
its pockets may hide.
All right, Does white check, does that mean you definitely won't fall to your death? I don't know. We'll hang out for a second while people are coming back from the ads. That sucks. I suck. I don't have anything that gives me extra savoir-faire. What's the guy would like me was supposed to do with all this extra savoir-faire? No. Damn. All right, I'm temporarily putting my pants back on. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Who made the call? Yeah, take some time. Local pawn shop. Find booze and drink it. This is interesting that they're giving this to me as a task, because I had considered that this is probably not smart. I also don't know how the fuck they would even get it out to me. Oh man, gotcha. I'm sorry. I don't think something being a task correlates to it being smart. Yeah, no, you're right. Damn. Yeah, that sucks. Just keep looking. I'm sure there's something. What am I doing here? The pants would probably help me. But I obviously don't have the money for it. Was there... Oh, that's from Rigorous Self-Critique. I got it. Okay. Was there something... What was my... The ledger is interfacing. So I need to put a point into that to unlock that again. Or get some other boost somehow. Damn it, man. This sucks. Hey. Maybe I should do amphetamines about it. I don't know. What do we have down here? Barrels are half full of rainwater. Can I investigate this? No, I'm not close enough. All right, well. What else is there to do right now? Me trying to actually accomplish tasks at my job. Maybe I should do amphetamines about it. Yeah. I mean, if you're being prescribed amphetamines by your doctor. All right, well, I don't have a lot. I did put my pants. Okay, yes, those are bell bottoms. That is not my flesh. Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. If I recall correctly, I do remember that there was a pawn shop somewhere in this vicinity. Yes. Fast cash for faster times. Fingerless gloves for extra electrochemistry for when you need to be better at drugs. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15. That's my one unhinged libertarian position. I see.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Probably. There's a chance that it could do bad things.
Good day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that side.
Ah, it was me.
Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami? No. What's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Okay. Cool. All right, we'll go to the pawn shop, which, if I'm recalling from my first playthrough, has something important to me. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's funny in the current context. Vaguely funny, I suppose. Antique cash register.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. I am still wearing my gloves.
Why?
Hey.
What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Huh. What's this?
That's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents.
Ooh.
Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Hell, I'll buy it for 50
He
cents.
lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Yeah, sure.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Cool. The head is not included. Interesting. Okay. Surely I'll win her back with this. Even though I don't know who her is. Where are you?
Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
I feel like you would have to fuck with the voltage pretty considerably to get something like that to work.
This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Enough about that.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on the tips of your toes.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
It's me.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
More of a noise guy.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
The stereo approved machine
It's a
here.
Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
What I really want to know is, could this device come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Okay. That is all.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I don't want to call him a burnout, but he gives me burnout vibes for sure. Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? You happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by the officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
Uh-huh.
I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Yeah.
This is a pawn
Damage to morale.
and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God, the lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening.
She must be one of my rabid fans. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't have that yet. Okay. Damn. I remember it saying something like, maybe if you get $1 million every time you say sorry. Which I feel like it gives me something every time I say sorry. But maybe she's a vigilante who wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Of course. Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
No. Nothing much worth it. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
I don't know what it is, but it ain't that. Okay, whatever.
Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself. Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I do want to put on my gloves and see if I can figure out what he's high on. Potentially. +2? No. What's giving me +1? Ah, the trousers, I see.
Hello again. How can I help you?
42, it's not terrible, it's not great.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough
Lucky
to come
bastard.
by on the street.
Parolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I'm just a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir.
Prolodon is just something you know, since the People's Pile disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Tell me about the People's Pile.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Damn.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
What is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Call it a People's Pile because it's, owned by the communists, I would imagine.
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol.
Yes.
The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
Would you like some of my people's tropical punch? I share. I'm a communist. You're cool. I'm good. Thanks.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
I imagine it was just, an engineering thing, but whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices.
I'm not gonna ask you to share your drugs with me. All right, let's get out of here. Swap gloves real quick. So... there is a thought that Kuno S has my gun. I don't assume that that's correct. Who knows if that's nice? He did say that she referred to herself as a pig, whoever it was. That makes some amount of sense. Plastic wrap macaronis stamped with humanitarian aid. Helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Food gift from the people of Messina. Anything around here? Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
All right,
in
let me
small box,
get a little stretch
a
in.
variety of shapes and colors.
All right.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Sticks them under your nose. Yeah, sure.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right, I'm too sensible for
Are
this.
you sure? But they look so good on you.
Minus 1 logic.
True, officer.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
Thank you for the confirmation, Saturn.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Yeah, let's get a conceptualization. Shaboom. I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says Insulendic Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. All right. But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater. Yes. But they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
Street vendor has picked up the pace again as you observe the world through deep sea-tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
What about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
-1 perception, +1 Inland Empire is interesting. I'm already doing all right on Inland Empire. It could get higher, and things would get wacky quickly. Tempted. I also have $7 to my name. We'll come back. They'll be here later. Humanitarian aid tuna fish not for resale.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
What are you talking about? What's the difference between piano and a fish? One is very heavy. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. What's the difference between chopped beef and pea soup? Anyone can chop beef, but nobody can pea soup. I'll be here all week. Save the economy. What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Give me a syringe and a rubber tube. I could pea soup.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester.
It's a good way to get a
blends
yeast
that make
infection,
your
I
body
think.
itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
How do you smell like you have no money?
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Yeah, let's rummage.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist. They itch like hell. Like an itch pit in hell.
All natural materials, see?
I won't buy those itchy pants.
Real wool, 100%
Plus 2 half-light, -1 composure, -1 savoir faire. Interesting. You're so itchy that you just act on impulse at all times. Speakers from the people of Samara.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
The delay made me forget how reality worked for a second. I heard in real time that you didn't get that role, and I wanted to jump on chat to tell you not to do it.
I don't know. I'm not sure how that happened. Right?
Oh boy. It's really sweet, actually.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers
50?
are the latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness. Found ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye, -1 encyclopedia. What the fuck?
These
Speakers.
once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras. Atop them, a small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can't I just buy the sad conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk.
I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Okay. All right. We'll leave.
Hey. Psst.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Let's go. How come there's a word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie.
True.
Eat the rich.
True.
Sodomize the landowners. Impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets. Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
That sounds like me.
Funky style. Very funky.
Very funky.
So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder, or do we get right down to it?
What's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes. Abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished. Beaten. Curb stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
I will.
You alone. Against every living thing. Against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers, million-headed armies of nations, and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
The last communist.
Now get to work.
Get to fucking work, samurai.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few million eggs.
All right. Mazovian socioeconomics. -2 visual calculus. Looks like a reaction. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world, never to return again. They were right until he woke up today, a spiritual corpse, responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes at Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. I can't unlock a new slot. How do I do that? I do not know how to do that. Cost a skill point. Gotcha. Okay. 0.000% of communism has been built. Okay. So. Scam created by big communism to give everyone exactly what they need. Let me talk to Kuno S. Just make sure she doesn't have my gun.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
Just want to take questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Yeah, why don't you puke?
Stay away from me, pig. You don't want to see what happens when you corner me. I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
This kid shit. Fucking mind.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Doesn't seem like I have anything.
Squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my ass.
You can still see the top of her head from behind the fence.
You wouldn't have anything more to say about it, would you?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Talk to the gardener. She said not to listen to you. Oh,
Pig,
yeah.
do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those pants are too small for you.
That hurt. If that happens to me one more time, do I die? Or does it like use one of these things if I fall down to 0? I need to know. Because I feel like continuing to talk to Kuno is probably going to result in more of that. Chat, please. Somebody who's more knowledgeable about this game. I'm just gonna use one. Found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material. Yeah, you did lie to me.
Pig, that's the past. You and Kuno, and now let's talk about how you opened the secret door fucking a Kuno's kingdom.
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
Was what the pig had.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Cool pig head. I liked it. I got this. Got one too. This one, it's shit. Forget it. I'm not saying those things. Are you trying to send me a message of some sort?
Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off. That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno's Shazam.
Kuno's
rides
Shazam.
The fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Tube of magnesium.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I guess.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
Thanks, kid.
Whatever, piggy.
Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
Is that it? Easy.
Not for you, pig. Kuno can't wait to see you get all scared and shit your pants.
Kuno can't wait to see you shit your fat pants.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Okay.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
All right, whatever.
Doesn't fucking care.
She doesn't have my gun. Probably not anyway. It's not like she's the only one to use the word pig. Me when I shit my fat pants. I'm gonna save real quick. Do a proper save. Let's see here. We're not in a great position. It's almost 5 o'clock now. I don't know when I have to have that money by to get Gart to like let me stay.
Stands in your bottles clunk into the machine, and the
But yeah, it's coming up, and I don't have a lot of opportunity just yet. I think maybe the first time that I played this, I like save scummed the savoir faire to get across the fucking roofs. I didn't talk to you. I should talk to you.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
a simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Effectively nowhere to soft lock. Sure, but I could die.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo, for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
Oh.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for working staff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Yeah. Know anything about the dead man, one hanging behind the hostel there? I wouldn't imagine you do.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Oof. What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
My man.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
So, what I know about Found thus far is that they make luxury tracksuits and shitty trucks. A Found A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Get one of those Found tracksuits you're hauling.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Yeah.
The man
Fair enough.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
I truly wish I had a little upgrade for my brain that could told me context clues that like that was a joke or that could be summarized as follows. Yeah, that'd be nice. Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
It's the union demanding.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes. From the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who? The drivers, dumbass.
Us lorry drivers.
Yeah.
Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end.
Camionero.
Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Do you want to crack the window open, please, Senator? You just pull it up.
Oh, it's from those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
I'll come back Yeah, I'll come back for that.
Don't be a stranger.
Is that so?
I don't have anything else that gives me more empathy right just yet. Is there anything else over here that I can... No, seemingly not. All right. Well... Oh, it's a found truck because... Well, no. It's a found A6. That's the model. Weird. Okay. So they make the tracksuits, and they also make the trucks that haul the tracksuits. I don't understand the business model there. Shit. Well... I do know that there's more stuff to do in the northwest. So that would be maybe worth taking a look at. What are you?
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mail delivery box, pat the box. Fuck you, mail delivery box, kick it, or leave. Those are your 3 options. I'll pat the box.
Those are me. All 3 of those are me.
Good boy.
Mostly
The
that
box
one.
seems happy.
The box seems happy.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there, Poste l'Aventurier. Mail collection box, been there.
The mail collection box
Hey!
seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you.
Thank you for the morale.
You shudder. Then you swallow.
I take it all back and kick it. Why can you do both? Where are... There you are. I knew there were 2 guys down here playing bocce or whatever the fuck.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
So true.
The fact that the box seems happy.
It does.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
Still chewing on his sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing ball.
Balls.
This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
I mean, 72 isn't bad. Hey.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work.
I mean, I made the check. Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
The man ball. Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There's time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
I am a locomotive.
Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving the gun. Let go. Be the bullet. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
I didn't know that was what I was doing.
A whorehouse of shit.
A whorehouse of shit.
It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 24, and then some.
Oh no.
What the hell is your problem?
Oh god. Not a weak right triceps, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
Impressive. I still haven't completed rigorous self-critique, so I don't get anything out of apologizing. I'm sensing anger, and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Alright, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Free task.
Why did you come here?
Yeah, that's a good
It's
question.
unlikely they know
Why did I
anything
do
about
that?
the murder. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
True. You seem to be playing in a crater. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling Rats?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with the cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen.
Oh, you fucking
On the
bootlicker.
contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police women? You don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
So the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
Cocaine is purple in this world?
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision.
Clarity, okay.
To aid in their work. Regnum cocainum. Revachol's finest years.
Okay, interesting.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course. It all makes sense. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is
Can't help but
something
notice that
the
you're still
intelligence
playing.
Never understood.
You're still playing despite the fact that supposedly you can't play without me getting your bull back, but anyway.
Can I interrupt for something very stupid?
What's up?
Can I show you a dumb fucking meme that I just found on my phone?
I guess.
There you go. I think that was a Curtis Connor.
Okay. It's a meme that says, "Who will push you down a flight of stairs and then immediately kiss your dad based on the last digit of your like?" And there's Phil Dunphy, who I believe is from Modern Family.
Mm-hmm.
The Geico Lizard, Alec Baldwin, and Wally.
Yeah.
Take notes. It's time for lore.
It's time for lore, apparently. That's Anywho, seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There's some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before. Oh shit, ads are going. Okay, well, before we continue on this conversation, I think I will take a quick bathroom break and then be right back after the ads are over. All right, I have returned. Ads should be over shortly. I finished rereading my book. Excellent, Frog. Well done. Mm-hmm. All right, we are back.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Right.
You seem to be playing on a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, but why?
Why what?
Why was every artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards
Sleepy time for
hijack
Zoe.
a country.
No worries. Thanks for coming, Zoe. Hope you have a wonderful night.
Turn your capital into
Have a good sleep.
slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why shell them here, Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
Beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Sounds grim, yeah.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Coalition.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything's so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Soft socialists paving the way for the hardworking class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. This coalition seems quite capable. Actually, I haven't been... Yeah, I think the coalition is the communards, right? Is that what he's saying? I hope that's right.
They're not. And I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
The commies wanted to make it more capitalist, huh? Anyway, how does Philippe III factor into
It
this?
doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything.
Okay, who was this for sale?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume.
A true king, in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
So what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
-1 for throwing the bull into the sea. All right, thank you for your time. I'll be back. Okay. Let's see. That'll be my new task. Replace lost bull. At least similar looking metal sphere. Presumably I can't dive into the bay to go get it. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Yeah. Oh boy. I guess I could check. Spirited chirps and quacks of swallows fill the air. Let me equip my bag real quick just in case there's any tear along the way. I think I already got everything, but so it seems like there's nothing stopping me physically, but I'm not allowed mechanically. They're not letting me drop into the bay to go get a ball, unfortunately. What are you? I don't know, but you got some money in you, so that's cool. Scheisse. We could go into the bookstore. I think we want to come up here. I think that's our next order of business. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea. A forest feeling, oh yeah, you're right. Indifferent to your approach. Oh, nope. I remember when I played the first time, there was something with conceptualization. I had pretty high conceptualization, and I was trying to contend with this wall, but I failed that check like 8 times.
On the side of an apartment building.
Okay, I won't bother with it now. 8% is not great. Money and magnesium. Hello.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
It's 5:30.
Logic error. She's not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever. Trying to sneak up.
Okay, nothing there. Well, there's a door here with a cock drawn on it. Chairs and tables eaten by brain and rot. Splattering of bullet holes. A box. An orange bum hat. It's a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously.
There must be another way into the building.
I don't know if that was as loud for you as it was for me, but okay. He was so loud and he was just in my left ear and I shit myself.
I can't get involved in this.
Literally only in this place and then never again. Okay, cool. Plastic tear. I wish I knew more bugs. So true. Cape Apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Oh, we've got a... you are a woman who uses the word pig. Hold on. Need to Jimmy open this dumpster real quick. Signal blue naval coat. That's one suggestion. Did she spill the paint?
Yeah, you better keep walking. The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Listen to your partner, pig man. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
Keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershot. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
We should.
She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
I can be wacky.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
Later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate.
Ungulate.
You've got eyes on you.
Are pigs ungulates? Is that right? I feel like that's not right.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Okay. I will leave it alone for the time being. Let's put away this. Esprit de Corps. I feel like suggestion is maybe more useful immediately, but it also makes me look like a fucking tool. Pigs are? Okay. It does not go with the outfit at all. This would take away my rhetoric, so I don't want to put that on just yet. Anything on you? Magnesium. I believe this boat shines like it was recently painted. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach.
Being a cop makes you look like a tool? True.
Glistens with droplets. A silk scarf
but now I'm a
tied
double tool
around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
I mean, if we're getting wacky, asking what the L in her name stands for is kind of wacky.
My maiden name.
Okay. I'll shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Help us get a body down?
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
I'm competent. I've got plenty of logic and encyclopedia and rhetoric. That's the extent of what it means to be competent, right?
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
What do you mean archipelago?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
I thought we were in Revachol.
We are, and the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yes, I do.
Before you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
Why is there French? I mean, it seems that the French vibes are all around in this game. I mean, like, obviously this is taking place in an alternate universe where, like, there are, analogs to real life civilizations, but it seems more along the idea of, like, what if France was a more pertinent global power in the world stage, and that lots of people just have French names and have French accents, and things are named Frenchly. In an alternate universe where French people exist, the horrors. But yeah, I mean, obviously France doesn't exist, but like the closest thing that we have to France. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Coeur de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer.
Pleasure craft.
It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
But you used to race it.
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
That's not a phrase.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
The concept of France is in the air, true. Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Rare point where they're telling me what I am and am not aggressive enough to do. But yeah, let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Yes, class war time, baby. Encyclopedia knows you better than you know yourself, Detective. True. Precise Mundo, class war time, baby.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
He doesn't look like he thinks you'll best turn single combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
28 isn't bad. Fuck.
She takes a sip.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Something is about to happen in here.
Of course.
Nothing happens for quite a while.
Wave your hand next to your head. It will help.
It doesn't.
Damn it.
My, it's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
Also, hi, Sarah.
Except he isn't.
The lieutenant is satisfied with where this is going.
A thought is going to come out of my head and into my mouth, and I will say it.
Of course. Lieutenant,
No.
I truly don't understand what is happening here.
So you pilot a boat. What do you think about Marxism?
I told you his methods are unconventional.
I swear to God, I'm usually sharp. I don't know what happened. Why am I not killing
Your
it?
marbles on glass, dear. Don't worry.
What are we talking about anyway?
It was quite a while ago, but I think, yes, we were discussing my fast, large, ineluctably middle-class boat.
Okay, whatever.
Good.
Stop by in Sarah Disco Town. You're absolutely welcome to do so. It's lovely to see you. All right, what is it exactly that you would say you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
Middle-class boat. Harry Ripper, throw it out with your teeth.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is
Oh, boy.
logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, linking? Those are the shipping side of things, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo-tribes?
Son-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
An unknown entity known as Brightest Star. Interesting. You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Beginning to see why trans-autistics like this game so much. I mean, numbers like that mean nothing to me.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving,
Don't fucking
and growing,
categorize
it
me
will
like
die.
that.
Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where did they get all these
They
billions?
started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Probably helps to start out with the royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
What is such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep moving, the workers do. The company has nothing without them.
We built this district.
We.
Ah.
She owns up to it.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions, the plazas Meteor and Mosaic, even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP. Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees.
Twitch wanting to censor you for identifying yourself as a trans autist. Jesus Christ. Insane.
A company getaway? For a weekend or a summer holiday?
Suck the
Then came
shit
the
out of my
revolution.
asshole, truly.
But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
I could swear that I turned off auto mod. but maybe not. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Everyone loves a pathetic loser boy. So true. A goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Some money would be nice if I could shake her down for some money. I did hear her say that they have billions. Gun it. Cha-ching!
You're doing it.
You seem rich. Can I have some money? Help me, I'm poor. I need money to keep living.
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
I need 130 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small.
Cha-ching,
not fantastically
baby!
large.
Let's fucking go! Oh, man. You see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily.
Not homeless tonight, Harry boy! Actually, we don't know that we're Harry yet, but still. No, that was a typo. I meant to say Harry boy, like he's, you know, you see the mustache, the mutton chops? Yeah. You could pay for your room, or you could save it for something more important. I mean... The sorry cop in me wants to pay it all off. I'm kidding, pay for your room. Okay. No hobo cop, yeah. She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer.
No.
It may not be technically
I still hate you.
illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
No hobo, yeah. There's a Childish Gambino song that makes that pun. The most important item ever is only 3 real, so saving doesn't matter too much. I'll keep that in mind. Oh man, what a line to have. What a line to give when you just mooched $130 off of her. Oh man. Yeah, let's communism at her.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today?
Nobody talks
besides
at all
supplementing
about
its
the
salaries?
communism I just committed. All right. What can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
Well, silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Ah. Yeah. About that.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Will it?
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Communism is generally undercut after you get money via gun magic. True. True. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
Uh-huh.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
I do, in fact, have 216 cases solved. Thank you very much.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Got it. Okay.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
A red check, but 72% is pretty damn good. Pities your boat failure is pretty fun. What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
A dirty alliance? That pumps it up to 83. I'll take an 83% chance. I like those odds.
Easy.
Boom, baby.
Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Like $130?
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard...
Oh, breakthrough imminent. Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones, or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Love how this game makes every single successful check, even easy ones, feel so fucking good to get. It's so good, yo. Excuse us for a moment, madam. First of all...
rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught.
Oof.
You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will.
Oh, no.
That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life.
Yikes.
And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends.
It did say Harry, you're right.
In a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die. Or overcome it.
You know that.
No, the game has not yet told me that my name is Harry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think that this does that.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so intellect and psyche red check failures heal +1 morale. Physical and motoric red check failures heal +1 health. Learning cat for pain threshold raised to 6. Excellent. That's a very good. I'm going to be failing a lot. Especially at physics and motorics. Or physical, whatever you want to fucking call it. Okay. Why did it... It seemed like it... Oh, the fucking $130. That's what I got.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
He's so quiet. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation. Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
True.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. Company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me.
Right.
I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
Her proposal was likely part of her design. This all is.
Yes. Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
But it does give me 5 experience. Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Which we already sort of talked to a lorry driver and he was suspicious. Or was it the racist guy? He might have been. He might have been it. Lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of
Right, yes.
disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
The pissing contest,
We
of
know
course.
the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
What proof do you have that the union is
How do
involved?
you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
I don't know. Isn't that what union dues are for?
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think this drug is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
We already had some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Yeah, okay.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the driver, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
What can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
You mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How were the talks going before the lynching? Probably not well.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Yeah, you're a bit of a ways off.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
I mean, sounds pretty cool to me.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan, Demand Democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me. That's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines
How
Group
radical.
makes a decision about what? About anything, really. It needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
An opening gambit, surely.
Hmm. The king is dead, long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
Sounds like an opening gambit.
So I hoped. But this type of opening is usually followed by a more reasonable offer. I've yet to hear one. Just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Mm-hmm. This checks out.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget.
Hmm.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Fuck off.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Oh no, a poor defenseless paramilitary soldier whose job was to harass strikers got lynched. Oh no.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
She's being sarcastic. Don't take her performance literally.
That's not what you really think, right?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Say nothing.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There's two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office,
You can't just talk about a man's viscous goo.
Much of their workers' juice.
Oh man. What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
I mean, I guess we go full communist. An effective advocate for the rights of the local working men.
Why do you think so?
What she calls corruption is simply an aesthetic category.
Talking in aesthetic categories is the privilege of over the overclass. From what I've seen, most people are just trying to survive. I mean, yeah.
Point taken. But enough about Everard. What else can I do for you?
You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
All right.
How else can I help?
I'll show her the photo. I don't suspect that she's going to know anything,
That's
but...
the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Okay.
Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
All right. That's all.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
All right. We've got money. We've got info. I think we're in a good fucking position. I mean, better than we've been. The jam mystery. A good fucking position, exactly. Come on, bud. Okay, I'm going to go pay Gart. Man, I couldn't have asked for like 150 just to have like a little pocket change. Oh, hey. Stuff going on.
Can I help you?
About that money, I know.
Yes. Have you got it?
I do.
Well,
here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services.
Plus 70 experience. Let's go.
It's good you paid before 9 p.m., or your door would have been locked electronically.
Taps his foot against the metal box installed in the back of the bar counter.
Please pay for each night in advance, starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okay.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Another thing. Great.
No.
Yes.
Do I want to drink? Maybe. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question.
A sad banger.
First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated. And it's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Because you're not a bartender?
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager. I'm glad we cleared that. Is there anything else?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
I'm an alcohol-operated detective. If you want me to clean up the dead body and solve the case, then you need to insert alcohol into my mouth. Oh, man. I kind of want to say it.
well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple?
This guy has a word I can't say on Twitch.
Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella.
Okay.
I have work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it.
Okay. Well, I mean, free experience. I'm not going to complain about that. We do have a skill point that we can use to unlock another slot and internalize Mazovian socioeconomics. -2 visual calculus, I see. Gart being an asshole saving HDB from relapsing. Yeah. You know? We also have work to do in broken shit to fix. So true. Okay, so we're ways off from our next still point. But that's okay. We're working on being a communist. Currently, as long as you don't have a free place to stay, you have to do this every night. Okay, cool. Yeah, $20 is definitely easier to make than 130. Dude, love this game's addiction mechanic, which is to say its lack of one. Oh, you said that, and I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, once he shook all the cobwebs out, I think that he's fine. He's good to go. He successfully drank himself out of alcoholism. Name unknown, rank unknown. I just noticed that. I'm stalling to wait for people to come back from ads if they need to. Let's see. I mean, perception is definitely something to put stuff into, although it doesn't take place over a very long time. Yeah, I suppose not. Shivers might be an interesting way to go. Pain threshold could be useful, and we have the max for it now. Tailbone is still in a ton of pain. Oh, man. How long has it been? I really feel like you didn't fall that hard. Like, obviously it hurt at the time, but fucking... That seems pretty bad. Oh, yeah, that's -2 for now because of reaction. Yeah, perception seems good. Maybe hand-eye coordination. Maybe we... Oh, well, that's with clothes. It's 0. But, yeah, maybe we kick a point into savoir-faire next time we get a chance. Make that jump easier. I'm still wearing the necktie underneath this thing, which is funny. Remind myself what suggestion is for sure. Charming. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind wearing that. The half-light reduction, I don't mind. One day I will experience having a skeleton. I look forward to that day for you. Okay, ad's over. Now what are we gonna do? There's people here. I don't know that we can talk to any of them, really. I can talk to you? Who are you? It's all about money, you know. So true.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
You're still sleeping,
Perhaps
bud.
he's on his way to where you just came from. into the primordial darkness. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
This is a white check.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Okay. Well. Inside you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, a strike poster, and some red pennants. It is currently 7:30, so we are getting to the end of the day. Let me run over to the pawn shop, see if they maybe have a ball for these guys. Or something that could serve suitably enough as one. Love Half-Light's Kuno face? Yeah, I suppose so. Let's see. Do I just talk to him?
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
No. Okay.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Knights on horseback?
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who's those guys?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Your finest orb, Pondsman. See, both France and Nigeria are mentioned here, etymologically speaking, but neither of those places exist.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing petanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are...
Geography is a suggestion, true?
I suppose.
Figurines and rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols.
These even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Card, who's bitching me.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Any balls in here?
Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you.
Ooh.
A giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers.
Ooh.
Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyondal burning.
Metal as hell.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Not the photon emissions.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
What's the deal with the man on the shirt?
It's the man from Hyondal.
Okay.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you didn't recognize the figure in the print. Lie, sire, for no reason.
Yeah, why not? I was a very sheltered child. My parents only let me read boring books about ordinary people, and the man from Hyondal looks extraordinary.
That's very sad, man. Then you missed out on some pretty well executed, albeit repetitive, adventure literature. The man from Helmdale is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
He strikes me as a Conan the Barbarian type.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Helmdale ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Helmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Helmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow. What?
What? What did you mean?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdale didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Sure.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
I would love to get an opportunity to see the Northern Lights one day.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent.
Please explain how
His
characters
logic does
work.
suggest some unusual neural activity. It's very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
2?
That's dirt cheap.
Dirt cheap. Cool, I'll think about
You
it.
should.
+1 physical instrument and +1 shivers, -2 authority. Yeah.
Welcome to Helmdal, officer.
Hell yeah. Physical instrument, not savoir faire. I need savoir faire for the jump. I can wear it under the jacket. Too old for this shirt. Dual wielding his ever-present Zweihanders. Dual wielding Zweihanders is very funny. His muscles looking ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into your three-dimensional life. I like the idea that even though you cannot see the shirt beneath this coat, -2 authority plus looking swag as fuck. True, but yeah, even though you can't see the shirt through the jacket, it's still undermining my authority. It amuses me so. What was the end of day recap? Is that 21? 22, okay. So 10 p.m. So we're a little bit of a ways off from that. Let's go... I mean, I don't imagine that we're going to find a ball in Freet, but we may as well take a look at what is here now that our debt is not crippling.
Bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
I'm going to be wrapping it up soon enough.
Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose. Pure white, untouched by harm.
Now that you have a cool shirt, can you beat up Measurehead? I don't think that... I mean, I could try again. I don't think that... I think it's probably took me up from like 8% to like 9. Measurehead takedown top 10 moments in all video games. I don't think it's happening. I'm at a 3 right now. The odds are very unlikely.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Hypnogamma, interesting. Okay.
You see several packaged raincoats.
+1
fill
endurance.
a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Okay. Vices. I don't have any more tear. Okay. Thank you, Sarabot. I know I saw you yesterday, offers, but you see me less, I don't know, less cop-like today, and I kind of want to shove you in a locker. So true. Hey, buddy.
Looking for something?
What's your stance on drugs? Let's see. So, how best do I want to tackle this? Authority seems... I feel like having authority will probably be good. Having electrochemistry is definitely better than... assuming that this is our guy that we want to talk to about. Suggestion. I want to keep the authority. -1 suggestion. +1 conception. To take the shirt off, I guess, and just wear the jacket. Shoes. +1 electrochemistry. That's good. -1 rhetoric. I want to keep the rhetoric. Yeah, I think that that's my loadout for this conversation.
Looking for something?
You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Perhaps it's good to agree to get him talking.
Yeah, it's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then, damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
What are you still hanging around here for? Most other camioners have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
When we played for the first time, Dio dyslexia this guy's name as racist-looking driver.
If
I mean,
they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you all were at the Whirling, how would you know it was the racial slur who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed
fictional
to
racist
say
slur,
that
but
it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sea Lang's usually
It's the guy I
a little
talked to
bit
earlier,
south
yeah.
of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I'm not convinced, but okay.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay him a visit then.
Guess so.
Okay. Good motto, racist. Mm-hmm. I'll have a quick chat with him, and then we'll wrap up.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumerist kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and
I was hoping I'd get a little morale boost from him calling me cool.
Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some... What do you mean? Why is it so high? I mean...
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
You seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
My risk-reward ratio is insane. It's investment in your customer base. Got to prime the pump, man.
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base. How much is your loyalty worth?
10 seems a little steep.
10 reals
Okay.
is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
So, Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Oh, man. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool nut? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorry man, and another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
It was.
I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does.
I believe it.
He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm okay. Maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you were embarrassed to tell me?
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years Working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Who are these other drivers you talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
She was strange.
He's not ruling her out.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll look around, thanks. Okay. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're moving on up in the world. We've got some cash in our pockets. We've got a place to stay. We're rigorously critiquing ourselves on a regular basis, and as a result, we are able to take a lot more pain. I think things are looking pretty good, all things considered. So let's go ahead and read over to bits. All right. Raid is engaged. I thank y'all for being here. Thanks for a great stream. Of course. Thank you for being here. We will be back tomorrow. I can't decide whether we're going to be doing more Disco Elysium tomorrow or whether we're going to be doing Blueprints. We will probably decide close to runtime. But I'll let you know on the Discord in advance. Speaking of the Discord, I might as well throw my socials out there. If there's anybody here who is not already following me on Blue Sky, subscribed to the VODs channel, or in the Discord server, those are all available there at the card link in chat. But yeah. I thank y'all for being here. I always appreciate the support. Catch you on the flip side, gamer. Likewise. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Bye-bye.